because when we get on the floor, you will not be allowed to go.
did something for them.
Bill, give me a second, will you? So we still have placards up front. We're going to start selling them off. You do not have a placard.
Now, here's a bunch of rowdy guys from Cambridge. It's a little school, some pretty basically and legal over the place. Now, do we have some folks from Harvard here? Okay. What's the name of the town that Harvard is in? Oh, ancestors got thrown out of England. They went to Massachusetts and started a little school based on John Harvard's book called Harvard. That's right. So, congratulations on being here. Okay. That's you, Porto, right? Hosted the World Finals in 2019. One of the great competitions.
Calling out team names for teams that do not have.
Yeah. Yes. Sure. All right.
Yeah.
Let's go on the stage.
Okay. 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 Thank you, Hans. All right. 1-7. University of California, San Diego. Please send one person here to get your sign. Can you raise your hand? Oh, okay, come on up. Okay, you have won your first possession in the World Finals. You do that.
And while we're at it, this.
All right. The University of California, Irvine, team number 116. Send one person up, and here's your sign. University of California, Irvine, team 116, here you go. Thank you. Oh, sorry about that. The Universidad de Michigan. Universidad de Michigan. Anybody? Let's see, this is Harbor. Okay, there we go. Wuhan, University of Technology, team 140. Oh, good, good. Now that's the quickest pickup that I've seen of who has not checked in here. It's the Institute Superior. Anyone on that team, if you have your own cell phone, I'd be interested in that too. Is this Nazarbayev University? Okay, first name?
Zambal.
Yeah, but that is absolutely terrific. And we have UNIST. Yeah. Oh, tremendous. Delighted to have you here.
Kim. Azamat.
More here. And we have, and you are?
Timirhan. Strong. No, I'm another team.
He doesn't know? Oh, okay, all right.
Fyoder.
Excellent, excellent. And we have AITU. Astana.
IT University.
Astana IT University. Where is Astana? Well, that's quite amazing. Thank you. Oh, okay. And we've already introduced Kazakh British to you. And did we
Bill?
get you? And UBC. Quick.
Joel.
Ben. Bob.
Got it.
Just to let you know that the spectator gallery is now open. The spectator gallery is open.
Yeah. Let's see if we can find Adina. Okay. Spectator gallery is open, so coaches, you can flow into the contest area where the spectator.
Okay,
Whoop.
it's go time. So
Okay.
we
Bye bye.
would-
See you tomorrow. I'll pick up then.
we would like the teams.
Novosibirsk State University here.
The procession. Yeah. Time to line up, guys.
Have we figured it all out? Are we ready to go? All right. Yeah, see, so let me show you. Okay, so like right up here where you have a little bit of smoke. Okay, all right, let's go. Welcome to the ICPC World Finalists competing in the 48th annual ICPC. Enter the team area. All right. Yep. Here in wonderful Astana in Kazakhstan. What?
Say something for me.
Okay, hello. All right, here we are. Bakyat?
And now, please welcome the teams competing in the 48th ICPC World Finals.
Excellent. Okay. University of Tehran.
University of Engineering and Technology, ENU.
Seoul National University.
Anything.
Universidad Tecnológica Nacional, Facultad Regional Santa Fe.
Songsil University.
Novosibirsk State University.
Universidad de Estado de Santa Catarina. Universidad Nacional de Rosario.
University of Bergen.
The Australian National University.
Go to your workstations, have a seat, and do not touch anything.
Science and Technology.
Don't wait.
St. Petersburg State University.
Science and Technology of China.
University of Science, VNU HCM.
Lviv National University.
University of California, Berkeley.
The University of Jordan.
Applied Science Private University.
Ecole
Teams, please come forward, touch the trophy for luck, go to your workstation, have a seat, and do not touch anything on the
Ghulam Ishaq Khan.
University.
The University of Rochester.
The University of Maryland.
Astana IT University.
Birla Institute of Technology and Science, Palani Campus.
National University of Defense Technology.
Princess Samaya University for Technology.
The University de La Habana.
Universidad Nacional de Colombia, Bogota.
Guadalajara.
Teams, please come forward, touch the trophy for luck, go to your workstation, have a seat, and do not touch any.
Universidad de Guanajuato College. Kutaisi International University. I, Javakashvili, Tbilisi State University.
Northeastern University, China.
Tishreen University.
SDU University.
Institute of Technology.
Chile.
The University of Waterloo.
The University of British Columbia.
The University of Tokyo.
Teams,
Osaka
please.
University.
Belarusian State University of Information and Radio Electronics.
Tokyo Institute of Technology.
Belarusian State University.
University of Wrocław.
The University of Warsaw.
Jagiellonian University in Krakow.
Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. And congratulations to all of the ICPC World Finalists of the 48th Annual ICPC World Championship.
Welcome, everyone, to the 48th Annual ICPC World Finals Championship. My name is John Clevenger. I'm the ICPC Technical Director, and I want to welcome you all and introduce once again the World Finals Contest Director, Professor Bakit Matkarimov.
Contestants, runners, judges, technical staff, ICPC news, analytics, and live. Welcome to the main part of contest of ICPC World Finals in Astana. Good luck for all.
Thank you very much. We have some important announcements to make before we get started. First of all, as the airlines say, your safety is our primary concern. In the event that there is an emergency that would require us to evacuate the building, the following will be the procedure. All the teams on the contest floor will exit through the two yellow doors to my right. On this side, teams on the contest floor will exit through those two yellow doors. All spectators, including coaches, will exit out the back doors and through the lobby to the front of the building. There will be ICPC marshals to guide you, to direct you to the exits if that should become necessary. Of course, we don't anticipate it, and we hope nothing like that is necessary. Contestants, you are reminded that the rules specify that there are no electronic devices allowed on the contest floor. At this time, I would like all the contestants to reach into your pocket and hold up your cell phone. If you have a cell phone, or you have a camera, a flash drive, a smartwatch, a calculator, Bluetooth hardware, or any other electronic device, hold it up now, and the marshals will collect it and secure it for you, and there will be no penalty. However, once we start, if you are found with any electronic device, you are subject to disqualification. Electronic devices include earbuds and headphones. No electronic devices, including earbuds and headphones. Hats are okay. You can wear a hat if you want, but it cannot cover your ears because then we can't see your earbuds. Contestants, during the contest, you are not allowed to communicate with anyone other than your team members and the contest officials. There will be marshals and deputies on the floor at all times. If you have an issue, raise your hand and talk to one of them. Do not talk to anyone else, including other teams and spectators in the spectator gallery, especially your coach. Again, violating that rule makes you subject to disqualification. It's important to note that we expect that all contestants have read and understand the World Finals rules, the judging notes, and the technical notes. Those were handed out in your registration packet when you first got to Astana, and they are also available on the ICPC website if you feel you need to review them again tonight. During the contest, badges must be worn, they must be in front, they must be centered and unobstructed. Spectators, during the contest, we ask you please to be quiet. This area is designated as a quiet area once the contest starts. Please respect the teams who are working hard on the contest floor by taking any conversations outside the team area. If you need restrooms during the event, team restrooms are out through the blue door on my right. That is the only place that teams may go to the restroom. Spectators in the gallery, including coaches and guests, your restrooms are out through the chill zone and in the lobby. Do not try to go from the spectator area to the team restroom. Teams do not try and go anywhere else. The position of the keyboard, monitor, and mouse. You can move those devices. However, any device, and you may not adjust up above you. You may not move your keyboard. If you choose to move something, you do so at your own risk. If you cause a problem by moving your hardware, we will do our best to help you fix it, but it won't be our highest priority. Our highest priority will be helping teams who have problems that they did not themselves cause. During the contestation, you also may not do anything on the network. You may not attempt to access any other computer anywhere in this room or anywhere else on planet Earth. That's important. Do not try to do any networking operations. We have a team of people who are monitoring network traffic. Today, of course, if you have specific questions that you want answered, you must submit them using the award ceremonies. We will have an answers to questions session, and we will provide answers to all those questions. However, we will only answer questions that were submitted using DomJudge. The answers to questions, the award ceremonies that take place there starting at 1:55, and note that those award ceremonies are listed as required events. Just for your information, your computers have been reformatted since yesterday. We completely re-imaged every computer. The same thing will happen after today's dress rehearsal, so any changes you make on your computer today will not be there tomorrow. We will completely re-image the entire contest floor for tomorrow's contest. During today's dress rehearsal, there will come a point where we will make an announcement that allows one coach for each team to come out on the contest floor. From each team can come out. If you have more than one coach, then they will have to alternate. Also, the rule is that the coaches can come down and try and solve the dress rehearsal problems for you. At least one contest problem and submit it. You will notice in today's problem set, there are multiple times in the problem set. This is to allow us to test the complete functionality of the system. You are welcome to submit code. One of the things that you should do today is how to print. Make sure that you follow those instructions, but do not go looking for your printout. When you send a printout using the instructions that are listed, we'll bring the printouts to your workstation. Do not try and go get your printouts. Regarding the contest problems, 4 copies of the problems chill zone area of a problem. That will, of course, be the case tomorrow. There will be a different colored balloon for every problem. How many colors? A different procedure. There will only be 3 different balloon colors today, and you will get a maximum of 3 balloons. Don't start asking questions, where's my 4th balloon? You will only get up to 3 balloons today. Tomorrow, your test today will be 2 hours. Tomorrow, of course, the contest is 5 hours long. For today's contest, the scoreboard will be frozen with 30 minutes left. At the end of today's dress rehearsal, you are welcome to take the JetBrains pads and the other paper items that are on your desktop out with you. They will be replaced, nor may you take the computer. This document, you will find it once we start in your black bag on your desktop. If you want your team reference document to be at the end of today's put back in the bag, may be discarded. In a moment, we're going to complete the countdown to the contest, and when the countdown clock reaches 0, you may open the problem pack like medicine that they wanted to bring onto the contest floor. You're supposed to check all of those kinds of things in through the team registration. Register that. Okay, let's see, 10 minutes. What, I can stand up here and dance around for 10 minutes? No, let's go ahead. The ICPC Foundation Chief Operations Officer, Melinda Gage. The World Finals Contest Director, Adina Magavina and Donabag Kalyazharov. Okay, so we still have some assignments that are not marked as ready. So let's see. Marshals are ready. Security's ready. Operations is, he's ready. There we go. Executive Director.
Let's see. I don't know. John, are you there? Okay. Hey. Okay. Is my nose shiny?
We could use a little powder, but we'll take care of that later.
All right,
okay?
so I'm ready.
All right. Okay, the Executive Director is ready. SysOps is ready. The judges are ready. The Kazakhstan competitive. You ready? Oh, come on, a little more. Teams, are you ready? Okay, so now we've got 8 minutes to go. So what are we going to do? Oh, let's see. We can all stand around up here and dance, or so we. In case you aren't aware, we have a tradition that the contest starts with the release of the trophy balloons. So we've got a little under 8 minutes before we can. No, we don't want to do that. I think what we want to do is we need an ICPC time warp, right? Okay, let's have a time. Dancing is out, so time warp, we have under a minute left to go to the start of the... All right, 30 seconds. All right, 15 seconds. Everybody help me count down to the start of the dress rehearsal. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The dress rehearsal is underway.
Zoom something. Okay, that's sad.
Okay, we'll go fix it. It's fine.
Hey, we are live now. Our mic is a bit loud, so let's turn this down a tad. Hey, okay, so we're live. This is the practice day. Let me turn it down a little further.
Yeah, I think we we turned it up for the other people because they're not that loud.
Right. We here know how to project. Okay, cool. So this is the practice day of the dress rehearsal day of World Finals 2024. And yeah, the contest has kind of just started. We can take a quick look at, how do I see the scoreboard effectively?
I have access on my machine. But
No, that's not the way we want to do this. Sorry, I'm just gonna show, sorry. No, we're gonna do window projector preview. And we're gonna show a nice large preview. Here, we'll put this in the top right. Great. We'll put this. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, cool. Hopefully this is like somewhat readable. Nope. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so this is the dress rehearsal, and teams here are just kind of practicing, just getting used to opening problems, using the computer, submitting. Let me set this up actually.
Alright, Lydia confirms that we're live.
Yep. Okay, let me actually close this one.
That one's also showing the preview, not the
Yeah. So I want program windowed. Cool. Let's get this guy over here. And we can quickly show ourselves and all. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we've started this dress rehearsal. Here there are just different teams doing different things. On the right side there's the queue, and yep, looks like things are generally working. Cool. Yeah. I guess we should probably introduce ourselves. Do you want to start, Nick?
Yeah, so I'm Nick, Coach versus Handle Showcone. I was an analyst, and then I got drafted on commentary at the last minute, doing a lot of staff shuffling to get us commentators. I've done commentary at the North America Championship, and also a little bit with Second Fred on like North American Championship and Pacific Northwest ICPC. Yep.
Yeah. So, hey everyone. Oh, I'm a little loud. Hey everyone. I'm Andrew, or Eknawala on Code Forces. And yeah, I'm here. This is my third year, I think, commentating. And yeah, excited to see what happens this year. The teams this year are looking. I think the teams are looking pretty strong. There's definitely some teams that are looking like a little bit ahead of the pack, and we'll talk about that more as we get on with the contest.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, didn't you just have a World Finals in April or something? In fact, we not only had one World Finals in April, we had two. So we had both the 2022 and the 2023 World Finals in Egypt, and now we're almost back on track. We're running the 2024 World Finals actually in 2024.
Right.
And we don't have the split scenario from Luxor where a team couldn't compete in both of those at the same time.
Yeah.
So you no longer have teams trying to bid for which World Finals they want to participate in. So now the sort of team strength is back to normal in a sense.
Right. Yep. So we're all back to, everyone's here for the same one contest, and this contest actually is a contest that people qualified for earlier this year, not 2 years ago anymore. We are back on track with our World Final schedules.
Yeah, so as mentioned earlier, this is the dress rehearsal where we're testing out everything. So you might have noticed a little bit of stream choppiness earlier. That's just sort of figuring out things with in the dress rehearsal. So tomorrow we're going to be back here right in this booth. We're going to be streaming for 5 hours, and hopefully we won't have any of these technical difficulties.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit about the problems in the dress rehearsal. It looks like there are 12 problems, right? And from looking, the odd number problems seem to have been solved a lot more. Do you know what the problems are?
Yes. So I have the problems up here on a separate machine. So in the dress rehearsal, there aren't actually 12 unique problems. So what they've actually done is they've taken A through F, and those are 6 unique problems, and then they've duplicated them for problems G through L. So if you're wondering why a team has solved, all the teams seem to have solved like A and G or C and I or E and K, that's actually like intentional. Like those problems are exactly the same. So that's how teams are able to solve like 6 problems, like or 4. I guess it's 4 problems, 6 problems. I haven't.
It seems like ACE and GIK have all gotten some solved.
Yeah, so A and G are the same, C and I are the same, E and K are the same. And it's kind of funny that it's all the odd letters that happen to be the easy ones here. And then B, D, and F are definitely a little bit harder. They're all previous World Finals problems or previous dress rehearsal problems.
Do you know where these problems come from?
I can tell you exactly where all of them come from. So like problem A is the sort of the obligatory interactive problem. For those who don't know, an interactive problem is where you write a program that interacts with another program to sort of do input and output, and then you have to kind of convince the interactor that you're doing the right thing, which is a little bit different from just like write a program that takes in some output, generates the right answer, and prints it.
Yeah, and there are a lot of types of interactive problems. There are some that are like, I guess the classic example of like an interactive problem is like binary search. So, there's or the higher, lower, the hotter, colder game where there's a hidden number and you're trying to find out the hidden number, and every time you can ask, is this number higher or lower, and the interactor will tell you whether it's close, it's like too high or too low or something.
Yeah, so that's problem A. We'll go over the problems that have been solved. So problem C is called Need for Speed. This came from the 2017 World Finals. That was in Rapid City, South Dakota. That was the easiest problem from that World Finals, I believe, and it's a standard binary search problem.
Yep.
You always hear people saying like, just learn binary search, and so we're gonna see like which teams actually remember binary search in this dress rehearsal. Finally, problem E comes from the 2023 World Finals in Luxor, and is Water World, which looks super scary, I think at first glance, but I think all of these teams have probably seen the problem, so they actually know how to solve it.
Right. Is that problem F?
That's E.
Oh, that's E. Okay.
Yeah. So those are the easy problems, and now I'll go over the hard problems. So problem B is Hey Better Better, which was from the 2013 World Finals. I believe it was problem B. It was one of the hardest problems. You needed it, I think, to get a gold medal. Problem D is Turning Red from the 46 and 47 Luxor World Finals. That's a cute graph theory problem. And then problem F is Wireless is the New Fiber. My recollection is that it was in the 2018 World Finals, problem K. So 2018 World Finals was in Beijing.
Right.
So you can see that these problems, they've pulled 2 problems from the Luxor World Finals, but they also pulled out some like slightly older problems. So I expect that all the contestants here have seen Turning Red and Waterworld because they were in the World Finals last year. But the other ones, maybe they don't remember. Maybe they haven't practiced on the older sets.
Right. And it's important to remember that the point of this is not really to solve problems, right? The teams, it's good for the teams to get used to typing on these computers and to use these computers and compile and test and things. But for the most part, this is really an opportunity for them to test the system. So they can test, either like just understand how to use and even submit problems at all, they can use this time to figure out understand a little bit more about the memory limits or the time limits, and kind of understand how the judge systems differ from these computers, because they've never used these computers before, and if there are any quirks with like the editors or the setup that they want to test out. That's that's something they have the opportunity to do right now.
Yeah. So the intent of like being able to test a lot of these things means that they don't actually want there to be super challenging problems that the teams actually can't solve.
Right.
So like I believe the interactive problem is something like there's a hidden array of the or hidden permutation, and you just need to find the location of like the value, the number n.
Right.
And then your query is just like, what is the value at this index?
Right.
So this is like probably the easiest possible interactive problem you could ever set.
The classic binary search problem.
Well, it's not even binary. It's not even binary search.
It's just linear search.
Yeah, you're just supposed to linear search and then you find it. And then
Okay. Yeah.
And then you print the index. And so like, the point of that problem is not to actually test any interactive problem solving, just to make sure that the interactive protocol works properly.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see the teams. So the teams here are, how many teams are present at this World Finals?
So looking at the scoreboard, does the scoreboard actually tell me? The scoreboard tells me 141 universities are present.
Right.
As of me looking at the scoreboard right now, 130 of them have solved the problem.
Okay.
Every team is expected to make a submission. I think if you don't make a submission, the judges will come find you and they'll ask you if you're alive or something.
Right. Just the judges want to test the system as much as the teams, and they just want to make sure that every team is actually able to submit and is actually able to use their computer.
Yeah. So yeah, 141 teams from all over the planet. Each of the teams is assigned to a division.
Right.
So division is, it's not exactly like a continent, but it happens to be the case that some of them are continents. So North America has its own continent, or its own division. Then you have Latin America, which is like Central America, Southern America. You have the Europe division, which is like all of Europe minus, I believe, like, well, there's Europe and then there's Northern Eurasia.
Right.
And so Northern Eurasia is like Russia, I believe Kazakhstan, and a couple other countries, I'm not super sure. Then Asia is split up into 3 divisions. You have Asia West, Asia East, and then Asia Pacific.
Yeah, Asia West includes like India, and it includes like
Pakistan,
like
Afghanistan.
Right.
Yeah, Dhaka.
Yeah.
Bangladesh is in Asia West.
Yeah.
Asia East is mostly China and
Vietnam.
I don't know if I think Vietnam's in Asia Pacific.
Okay.
And I think I think Asia East might almost be exclusively China.
Right.
And then Asia Pacific is pretty much the rest of Asia. So South Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Singapore.
It also includes Australia.
Oh yes, I forgot. Australia used to be its own thing. It used to be called South Pacific.
Right.
But then they recently decided to merge it into
Asia Pacific.
Because otherwise that division would be Australia and New Zealand.
Right. Which has not too many schools.
Yeah.
And then the last region is Africa and Arab.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Africa and then like a lot of countries in the Middle East.
Right.
So each of those teams will be competing. They're not just competing for honors at the World Finals. They will also compete for, I believe, I guess it's division championships.
Right.
So if you're first in your division, you will also get a special award in the award ceremony.
Yeah. And each division had its own division championships in order to qualify for this contest. So those events happened like kind of earlier this year or last year, and they were the kind of final qualifying stage to qualify for these World Finals.
Yeah. Looking at the scoreboard really quickly, we're seeing that some teams are solving problem D, so that was turning red. I think I saw like Harvard was the first to 8 problems solved.
Right.
And then Peking just caught up solving problem C and I. So now, at least if you look at the standards of the dress rehearsal, Peking's in first, Harvard's in second.
Right.
And then we also have University of California, San Diego, also with 8 problems.
They're the first solves on B and H.
They have first solves on B and H. which is actually pretty impressive. B and H were very hard in the 2013 finals.
And
then, yeah.
I was going to say, interestingly, the next two teams both have an odd number of problems.
Yeah, you have St. Petersburg ITMO. They've solved 7. At a glance, it looks like which problem? They haven't submitted problem E, but they have solved problem K.
Right.
And then MIT is kind of similar. So they've solved problem G, but they haven't submitted problem A.
Right.
So they're at 7.
Right.
But yeah, most teams do have an even number of problems solved.
Right.
Actually, if you go further down, there are teams that have only solved A, C, and E.
Right.
And so it seems like they maybe haven't noticed that G and I and K are duplicates. So
Or maybe they just don't care. You know?
Or maybe they don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always important to read the whole problem set. So,
Yeah.
you know, if these teams actually know and don't care, then that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But if they haven't read the problems, then that's definitely something that they can work on the real contest.
Right. Yeah. And during an ICPC round, the problems usually are not sorted. So it's pretty important for teams to actually read the whole problem set in order to find the easiest ones to solve first. Yeah.
One thing I will remark, which was not true last year, but is true this year, is at least in the dress rehearsal, the problems are presented in alphabetical order. Last year in Lux, or when I say last year, I mean Luxor. In the Luxor World Finals, the problems were not in alphabetic order in either set. They just randomly shuffled both of them, and I think that was to avoid trying to leak any information like across, maybe leaking information across the contests. So you couldn't just assume that like if you had Waterworld in your set, that the last problem in like the 46 World Finals was also Waterworld and also easy.
Yeah.
But I think teams I think they made it very hard to accidentally see the scoreboard for the other contest in Luxor because they actually had, there was a very big venue, and then like 46 was on like the left half and 47 was on the right half, and they like the contest ran at the same time, but aside from that, you like didn't have any interaction between them.
Right. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, this dress rehearsal is going to last another 2.5 hours. Is that right?
1.5.
1.5 hours. It's a 2-hour dress rehearsal. And so, yeah, I think the teams are going to keep submitting things, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Are there any teams that you want to look at?
Are there any teams that I personally want to look at? There are. I mean, I know a decent number of the teams here. Let's see. I want to peek at the scoreboard real quick. All right, let's look at KAIST team. So KAIST stands for Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. I was just talking to the coaches for KAIST, and they were telling me that their team name is Penguins, and so I was debating if I wanted to try to just obliquely sneak in lots and lots of, just say Penguins for arbitrary reasons and see how long it would take for someone to realize something was up. But yeah, one of their team members, I believe his handle was like Baby, or he like self-named himself like Baby Penguin or something on some platform, so he's a really big fan.
Right.
But yeah, I talked to them a bunch. So KAIST on the dress rehearsal was first to solve problems C and I. I don't know if we see that anywhere on the.
Yeah, it looks like our team overlay is a little bit off. Maybe we're not connected to the CMS. We can see the camera, but it looks like their problem solve count isn't getting updated.
I see. But yeah, we can see their screen, which is good. We can see their webcam, which is good. Yeah. Cool. Let's see, what other teams? Let's hop over to North America. Let's see Harvard.
Sure, Harvard. Let's show them. Take a look at them.
So Harvard, I believe their team name. Oh yeah, their team name is the Harvard MIT Math Tournament, which is certainly one of the more unique team names. You normally don't see teams referencing other institutions in their team name.
Right.
But for those who aren't in the know, Harvard and MIT co-run a high school math tournament in the United States called HMMT, expanded to the Harvard MIT Math Tournament.
Right.
And so I do think actually probably all three of them work on HMMT. I haven't actually asked, but I imagine that they do. Yeah. I did chat with them briefly in the North America Championship, but I forgot to ask them why they picked that team name, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. There are. Yeah, we can also hear their audio of what they're saying, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool that we can hear audio.
Yeah. Sorry. Trying to.
Someone was asking in YouTube chat, is this a practice contest? Yes. So this is we call this the dress rehearsal. It is a practice contest. It's a practice contest for everyone. So the contestants will get to try out typing on all of the computers that are there. You're not allowed to bring in your own computer. You have to use like the hardware that's provided by the folks here in Kazakhstan. Similarly, all of us are testing all of our equipment. So you can see we were testing out the team overlay. We were just looking at Kai's team and Harvard, and we noticed a couple bugs, noticed a couple new things that we hadn't seen before. And so we're gonna report all of this and hopefully get all of this working by the real contest, which will be in almost 24 hours. So for us, it'll be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. In Kazakhstan, but if you're watching this right now, just set your alarm for like 23 hours from now, and the real World Final stream will be up. So I assume we can only see like one team at a time, like through.
No, we have 4 team split screen.
Oh, I see. So you could do multiple teams at the same time.
Yeah.
All right. I know.
I don't know why.
I know that there are some folks out there who will probably want to see like some of the like favorites here, so we can maybe pull them up in a little bit. But
this isn't working. This should work, but I don't know why. Okay. Well, we can.
Wait.
Yeah. So, for instance.
Oh, okay.
No, I think we're all. No,
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was a long time ago.
Yeah. I expect they would have told me if my mic was still muted, like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Should we try to test like the multi-split screen? Is that possible?
Sure. Also, we can show things like this. Yep. So we can see any advertisements from analytics, and yeah. Multi-split screen, I don't know why, I don't know where it is, so we'll figure that out later. I don't know why this. Open. Okay. Cool. We'll just look at that. Yeah, we can show a couple teams. What teams are in the lead right now?
Peking. Let's show Peking.
Let's see what they're working on, and let's show.
And then if you wanted to do another one, in second place we have the University of Bergen.
Bergen, great. Oh, we do have their submissions, so that's great.
Okay, we have those submissions. That's cool.
Yep. Okay, great.
Cool. So
this
we
seems to all be working.
Can see these two. Do we want to pull up another one?
We can. We can fit 2 at a time right now.
Okay, 2 at a time. No worries. No worries.
And so these 2 teams have solved different problems, right? Peking has B and F left, and Bergen has B and D left.
Yeah, I think D and F are probably roughly equal difficulty. They're just kind of a little bit different.
Right.
B is definitely the hardest problem.
At this time, it is allowed for one coach from each team to come to the center of the
Yep. So.
Not allowed to use the computer. Only one coach per
So
team.
coaches now are allowed to
rotate.
come help their teams and just help review anything that might be happening. It's yeah.
Yeah. So to be clear, like this is something that's new, or it's not new per se, but it's unique to the dress rehearsal. So the coach is allowed to come down to the contest floor during the dress rehearsal. They can talk with the team, probably remind them like, hey, did you try like testing like wrong answer, TLE, MLE? Did you try maybe like submitting a program that runs very close to the time limit? A bunch of stuff, just reminding them. The coaches are not allowed to actually touch the computers. Only the contestants are.
Yeah.
And on the actual day of the contest, the coaches will obviously not be allowed on the contest floor until the end of the contest.
Right. Right. Yeah. So yeah, we can see people milling in and starting to fill in. Besides the coaches, everyone else on the contest floor are the marshals, who are in charge of just like proctoring the exam and also helping like deliver things. So there's the balloons, which I guess they are delivering some balloons today.
Yeah, I believe they are delivering up to 3 balloons, and so the marshals are dress rehearsing the balloon delivery process. They're also delivering printouts of code, so they're testing out the printing. They need to make sure the printers have enough like toner or whatever and enough paper.
Right.
So yeah, pretty much everything you see here, like it should look like a real contest, modulo some like it's a shorter contest and the coaches are allowed to come on the floor, but everyone's testing out all the procedures, and this is all in the interest of making sure that tomorrow goes as smoothly as possible.
Yep.
So that the teams can focus on actually problem solving and not dealing with stuff like, oh, I don't know how to type on this keyboard or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a question here in YouTube chat. Did CMU not qualify? I believe CMU did not qualify for this World Finals.
Yeah.
You can check the North America Championship to look at how they performed in that contest. That's the contest that all North American teams needed to participate in to qualify for World Finals. I know that there were some surprises on from North America this year, like CMU did not make it in. I think UCF, University of Central Florida, also was not able to. So this happens. There were always surprises and upsets, and so that's actually part of the interesting part of contests. So like teams, like there were lots of teams that are like expected to maybe do well or not, and then some teams come in and surprise everyone. Like the North America story from Luxor was Brigham Young University. They got bronze, and now all of like the moment they got bronze, like the Brigham Young coach got direct message by like all of North American ICPC asking like, what's your secret? And sadly, I don't think they were able to qualify for NAC this year. So you know, it's just it's like some years you have a really good team maybe, and in other years it doesn't quite come together. You can also just have a bad contest, and that will do it. Are we getting this view of like the back of a team? Because we saw Sungsil like from the front, and now
So this view is from like the overhead cameras that we have, I think, and we're just testing our ability to kind of zoom into them and target, which are the teams that we care about.
Did we request Sungsil or did someone else?
No, I think this is
Okay, because I'm down to just keep listing Korean universities. We can find Seoul National.
Right.
If we can. Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see that the overhead cameras are working. There's ITMO.
Right.
ITMO is a perennial contender at the World Finals.
Right.
I think they're definitely a medal contender.
They should be, I think.
I think that they were trying to figure out like predictions, and ITMO definitely was like on the list of teams to medal. But there were a lot of really strong teams here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. ITMO Pengzu.
Ooh, can we? Wow. I just refreshed the scoreboard. I saw Harvard got to 10, and then I refreshed it immediately, and Peking also went right back to 10 and took first.
Yeah, so we can talk really quickly about tie-breaking here. So the way that tie-breaking works, so in ICPC, every problem is worth 1 point. And so it doesn't matter like kind of which problems you solve, as long as if you solve the same number of problems, then you have the same score. And so then it obviously makes sense to solve easier problems. But even more than that, there's the ties are broken by penalty, and penalty is the sum of the sum of the time that you solve each problem, of the time that you correctly submit each problem, added together over all problems that you actually solve. And there's 20 extra minutes. You get 20 extra minutes for each like wrong submission before you solve it correctly. And so this means that even in the context of the overall penalty, it actually means it's really important to solve the easiest problems first. Because if you imagine that maybe there's a problem that takes you 5 minutes to solve and a problem that takes you 10 minutes to solve, if you solve the 5-minute one first, then you submit them at 5 and 15 minutes, and if you solve the 10-minute one first, you submit them at 10 and 15 minutes. So you really want to find the easiest problems to solve first, you really want to find the easiest problems to solve first and use those, solve those before the harder problems.
Yeah, so earlier in the World Finals, there was an event called the CLI Symposium. And so in that symposium, we had a bunch of competitive programming luminaries give presentations on various things. And so one of those presentations was given by Tourist. And he gave a presentation that was called Tips and Tricks V2. So for those who aren't in the know, he released a tips and tricks video for the Moscow World Finals. I think if you try to look up like a Gennady, like Day 0 Moscow World Finals or something, you'll find that video. No spoilers. You should definitely watch it and internalize the tips and tricks he gave there. But he was talking about how it is important to find the easy problems and solve the easy problems. Because if you solve them in the wrong order, then your penalty will definitely suffer quite a bit. And so at the World Finals, there will be a wide range of problem difficulties. So it won't just be like 12 hard problems. Like there will be some easier problems, there will be some harder problems.
Right.
And so what we expect to see is we'll expect to see teams identifying the easy problems in like the first half hour to hour, and then the rest of the contest will kind of be like filling out like all the easy problems and then moving on to like the medium and the hard problems. Someone said, seems like the scoreboard and the YouTube live is kind of out of sync. Scoreboard says Songsil FS first solved E, but the live showed that they didn't solve it at all.
The scoreboard does not seem to show that.
Songsil never solved E, or they never submitted to E, so I don't know when this will be. Which scoreboard
are you looking at?
I don't know who this viewer, this viewer was saying that. We have a question. Can you try to guess which 3 teams will be at the top?
Yeah, well, we'll go into more detail on this tomorrow, I think. But I think the top 3 teams that seem to have done the best historically and looking at past contests, I think the 3 main contenders are there's the MIT team. They're looking pretty strong. They did pretty well at the North American Championship, and they've also been participating in Universal Cup, and they've been doing pretty well there. So that's like a good sign. There's Tsinghua University. They have an extremely strong team. They, I believe, have 2 IOI winners and one IOI third place medalist, third place contestant. And so they're also very strong. And I think they're the highest rated team by Codeforce rating. Maybe.
So by Codeforce's team rating, I don't think they are strictly the highest, but I think that if you took the sum of the ratings and not the team rating,
Right.
they would have the highest.
They
Code
have
Forces
by
rating.
far the highest third place Code Forces rating, third person Code Forces rating.
Yeah.
And then the third team that I think a lot of people are looking at is MIPT, Yalkipaki. They also have been, they won the Northern Eurasia Finals by like 2 problems or something. So they're looking very strong, and they've also been doing some Universal Cup. So we should see them like doing pretty well. We were expecting them to do pretty well this year as well. They were one of the, they competed last year in Egypt. In the 47th World Finals?
Yeah, they competed in the 47th World Finals. They got gold. I don't remember the exact rank off the top of my head. I'll have to try to dig it up if someone in the chat doesn't dig it up before me. Let's see here. 47th World Finals. They got 3rd place behind the champions were HSE, National Research University of Higher School and Economics, and then Peking in 47. So. So yeah, those 2 universities are also historically very strong contenders in ICPC. There's a lot of buzz, and people are always talking about like which universities are the strongest. And so I think this year, like MIPT, MIT, and then Tsinghua are like the 3 that are getting like the most like hype around them, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I've heard. So it'll definitely be a very competitive contest, I think. Yeah, there's a separate contest series out there called Universal Cup. And so Universal Cup is sort of like contests, it's like reruns of ICPC style contests. And so we have seen that MIT and MIPT have been competing in the Universal Cup. And we've seen that MIT is winning in sort of like the head-to-head. Like if we take these 2 teams and compare them, I think MIT has won 3 rounds, and MIPT has won 1 of the 4 contests in which they've both competed. So yeah, like MIT has the better record, but they have lost. So you know, it's not just like it's not just like, oh, MIT's like clearly dominant. Like if it just takes like, you know, one mistake or something, and everything can turn around.
Yeah. Okay, so I think now would be a good time to take a break. So we'll be right back.
30 minutes left in the dress rehearsal. 30 minutes. The dress rehearsal scoreboard is now frozen. 4 minutes. 4 minutes left in the dress rehearsal contest. One minute. 1 minute remaining in the contest. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The contest is over. Once again, as I said at the start, you may take the JetBrains pads and the other paper items with you because they will be replaced tomorrow. You may not take your mouse pad. You may not take your computer. Also, you may not take any balloons. Leave the balloons here, please. If you want your team reference document to be available tomorrow, you must put it inside your black bag and leave the black bag on the table. If you don't put it in the black bag, it won't be available tomorrow. The next event is lunch out in the dining area. The buffet should be available now. Everyone is invited to go out to lunch. Be sure
that you come to the spotlight stage at 1:55 for a special presentation on some new ICPC Live features, followed by welcomes, coaches awards, challenge awards, and answers to dress rehearsal questions. Note that most of these are marked as required events. So everyone's invited out to lunch. You don't have to go to lunch, but you have to leave the contest floor. We'll see everybody at the spotlight stage at 1:55, 5 minutes before 2.